Boom! Let's fucking go. Doesn't matter if you have 10 players. I'll break you. Alright, we're going manager hype. Let's start from the top. Pep Guardiola. Instructions are great. Frontline pressure aggressive. Defensive line is a bit too high. But club ID is effective. If you, let's say you are using a unknown manager, he's rated like 70 with the exact same tactics, you will get destroyed. Because this is very aggressive. Pep Guardiola, Klopp, Mourinho, these managers have club ID. They will actually, the AI works better. It will make your team more compact. But not consistently. Whatever I'm saying, it's not going to happen every fucking game. You will have fuck-ups. So would I recommend Pep Guardiola? To play with Pep Guardiola, when the match finishes, you should have 200 passes played. If you're not a passer, if you don't like playing slow build-up, if you play direct, Pep is not for you. Second, Mourinho, 3 at the back. Okay, the cons. Compactness is a bit low. And I prefer the second tactic, which is counter. I believe after data pack 2, direct play is more effective. In fact, when free-to-play being released, almost every opponent is like a new thing. They just fucking run. They just run. Dude, I got fucking biceps on my thumb pressing the R1 button. Seriously. Actually, go blitz this. So, 3 at the back is effective. Right. We spoke about this many times. The purpose of using 3 at the back in real life is to push the opposition. Why? That is the reason. Alright, let me turn this effects off, man. I'm talking. So the purpose for 3 at the back in real life is to push the opposition to go wide. But you do not want to do that in PES. You do not want to make it easier for your opponent to go wide, because if they cross is a goal. So we go Jose Mourinho, right? And we go Conte, 3 at the back, 3-5-2 as well. And we go Boss. Now Boss obviously is not doing very well in real life. Every time he starts with 3-4-3, mid-game he changes. So we're going to talk about all 3 of them. But from Boss, Mourinho and Conte, I personally prefer, it's like 50-50 between Mourinho and Conte. Alright, with Mourinho, the way Man United plays, if you notice the way Man United plays, it's direct play. And I actually like the instructions. Long ball, it means get the ball out of your own half as quick as possible, do your build up front. So I'm not saying spam long balls. Even if you don't do what I'm saying, you can still play okay. You can build up deep. But to be more efficient and direct, play according to your tactic. So if you notice in real life, Mourinho, you barely see Man United doing a lot of passes with the defense, especially the centre-backs. Centre-back gets a ball, boom, to the flank, instantly. I barely see Man United doing more than 3 passes between the centre-backs. So that is more direct play. However, I prefer the defensive instructions because it's counter. Squad builder, you need a tall and strong CB in the middle, 2 fast CBs on the flank. When it comes to your midfield, if you're gonna, generally LMF and RMF should be players who can track back. Use natural fullbacks. You can use advanced instructions wing back as well. But in my opinion, just go offensive. Use 2 DMFs. Use natural LMF and RMF. Push them all the way up. So when you have the ball, it will basically turns into 3-3-4. If you want to be offensive. Otherwise, the most balanced classic 3-5-2 is that you either use fullback as LMF and RMF, or if you don't want them to overlap too often, you can use wingback as well. So that is a quick squad builder as well. And the weakness, compactness is low. It's conservative as well. If you play against Emery, Klopp, you may struggle under a lot of pressure. But then you have LMF and RMF to counter. Obviously, I'm not going to review every single manager. PSG manager, there is something magical about him. You know, I mean, for a manager that is frontline pressure aggressive, defensive line 7, I'm expecting to counter him on long ball. And every time I play against him, is the manager club ID, man. They're so fucking compact. So I would recommend them, but wait for the one that has AMF. If those CMFs are above the center line, they can be AMF. Otherwise, you can't. So I would definitely recommend them if you play position and if you play wide like PSG plays. I mean, the way PSG plays, they always work this triangle between mid, flank, and CF. Triangle, boom, Mbappe. Quick passing triangle, back and forth, boom, Mbappe goes in. And they're pretty good on a counter as well. Alright, when it comes to Conte, I personally like counter. But attacking area wide and 3-5-2, you'll end up your two strikers kind of drift out wide. And you need midfield support. And in the meantime, you can't really have AMF. I have M&A with AMF. What do you recommend? I recommend M&A with the AMF precision. I mean, everybody I play, I always struggle against M&A. But again, managers are all personal. If you're not a position game player, you may not be good with them. And squad builder is really important. The classic 3 midfield, a ball holder, anchor man, a box-to-box, and an AMF that supports the front. So again, the weakness of Conte, compactness is a bit low. Containment area center, that's fine. We normally recommend containment area wide for 3 at the back. But why the hell would you want to push the opposition to go wide? You want to try your best to not let them cross. Squad builder, similar to Mourinho, your LMF and RMF. If you like balance, you know, use natural fullbacks. Otherwise, I mean, in real life, Conte does use a natural fullback. Actually uses 2 natural fullbacks. He uses Zappacosta and who's the other guy? Can't remember the other guy. Your 3 midfielders, DMF has to be anchorman, 1 CMF box-to-box, and 1 creative playmaker. I know that card is not active as a CMF, but someone more creative with good passing. Doesn't ideally need to be too fast. Your 2 strikers up front, think about what Chelsea uses. Try to make a squad based on Chelsea's lineup. Obviously, you can't have the exact players, so think about the play. Basically, do a squad builder based on players' style card. I would definitely go assess somebody rapid. In CF, well, somebody tall, strong, and overall good. So yeah, you need a decent squad with high-rated managers. Zizou, there isn't much to say. I always said if you sign Zidane, Diamond is the best option. Now, naturally, if you build up like this, our attacking area is wide. In a diamond formation, naturally your 2 strikers drift out wide. This is important. 2 strikers drift out wide. Your AMF literally plays like a second striker. So your AMF has to be like perfect. I would use even someone like Neymar, you know, Hazard, or who else? Greasy. Like someone fully good. Good pass, mainly having 1-touch pass, good finishing, good pace, and a little bit of a track back, a little bit. So with the squad builder, your 2 CMF has to be box-to-box and fast. Diamond formation, it's all about quick play, in my opinion, especially if it's counter. And obviously, every formation has a weakness. Your DMF has to be someone solid. I mean, you have an option. You can use 3 CB. But in the meantime, with the diamond, you need fullback overlap. If you're playing against someone, you can break him down the middle. Use attacking fullback. Spread the game out. And in the meantime, if you want to be more offensive, play with 3 AMFs. Let's say you're starting with 2 box-to-box. Make sure you have 2 offensive midfielders. Boom. Put 3 whole players in. And, you know, it will work out better. You'll be more offensive. Pochettino, 4-2-3-1. I don't like 4-2-3-1. And even though I don't like it, I still review it. But 4-2-3-1 is not effective. Now, Valverde, this is the first time showing up. Maybe Messi AMF. That would be perfect. David and Benfica. Messi is the perfect AMF with Zidane. Even with Valverde. Duh. Alright. So what is the weakness of Valverde? Right. Am I saying the name right? Valverde. Valverde? What the f... Valverde. It's Valverde. Okay. Now, defense and offense, it's pretty much the same. Position game, short pass center. The attacking instructions, it is pesgasmic. But, defensive instructions. Right. Because defensive line is really... Why am I shouting? The mic is right here. Dude, too much fucking Red Bull hype. This is manager binging. I'm having pesgasms. Alright, calm down. Defensive line high is fine if you are AOD. that means all-out defense. But when you are frontline pressure and aggressive, you want to look for defensive line 4, 3, you know? So that is the that is the downside of Valverde. Defensive line is too high because you're already frontline pressure and aggressive. But I'm not saying as a bad manager. Fuck, that shit is effective. And don't mistake Valverde with Zidane. When your manager's position game, you can't just pass direct. If you rush with position game, you'll end up with 2 strikers isolated. I know that because we've tested 50 managers and I have played position game what I rushed. Everything I'm saying, it doesn't just come out of my pocket like a wise ass. We have been testing 50 managers, every single formation, every single tactic. And we learn. That is the purpose of my stream. But I think we're going too far, so we're no longer doing manager tests anymore. I signed 2 managers that I like, and it will suit me. I like the formation, okay? This is like similar to Ultimate Team's 4-1-2-1-2. Those 2, LMF and RMF, can be CMF. So if you don't like you either go diamond wide or diamond narrow. You have an option with that. If you can't break someone down the middle, use LMF and RMF, spread them wide, use hug the touchline. Or wing rotation. If you like to focus down the middle, change LMF and RMF into CMF. But either way, your LMF and RMF, they're gonna be working so hard, man. When your strikers are marked, when you can't do anything down the middle, you need LMF and RMF or 2 CMFs. So ideally with the diamond, CMF, LMF and RMF, those 2 flanks, they really need stamina and pace. And that is my opinion about Valverde. Alright, next. I think that's it done, man. I mean, this manager is pretty good as well, right? I would personally sign this manager as an assistant coach for comebacks. High defensive line, frontline pressure, but the support range is too high. The higher the support range, the further your teammate spread out from the ball carrier. So this is a good manager as well, to be honest. Next, Hannah, pause. Okay, we did talk about pause as well. I mentioned it before. The instructions are good, right? But 3-4-3, personally, I think 3-4-3 with SS narrow is better. You can get that quick passing kind of tiki-taka going on with those 3 players in the box. For me personally, if this was attacking area center, I would have gone for him. But in the meantime, it's position game, and boss is not really doing very well in real life. But BVB always start with 3-4-3 and then they change formation to 4-5-1 or 4-3-3 mid-game. So I'm not saying it's bad, but out of him, Conte, and Mourinho, personally for me, Conte number 1, Mourinho, and then boss. And squad builder is similar to Conte and Mourinho. I spoke about squad builder. If you missed out, you can catch up. 4-4-2 flat. This week, I'm pretty sure everybody will play diamond. So this guy will be very useful. Alright? Defensive line is high. That is absolutely fine because you are AOD. Attacking area center is counter. Support range is a bit high. That's fine because you have LMF and RMF. I don't think you can have DMF. So this guy, let's say you are using Zidane or Valverde, and you know you want to play wide against someone. This guy will be a good assistant coach because against diamond, your LMF and RMF will always give you a wide option, and you will always, one of them will always be free. I mean, think about it. In real life, 4-4-2 play, it's pretty similar. We've seen in Premier League, we've seen in the Italian League. The basic tactic of 4-4-2 is to build up wide and then counter center. And the main thing managers do even in real life, they try to crowd one side. You know, get that conjunction going. I can't even say that word. They crowd one side to make space for the other side. They crowd one side and then boom, switch and then counter. So implement that in the game into PES, and it really is in the game, you know? It's no EA Sports, it's all the same. Whatever I'm saying tactically, it really is in the game. I am firing shots. This manager is pretty decent. If you like to play Tiki-taka, this guy is for you. This is like the recipe of Tiki-taka. I mean, what do you want for Tiki-taka? You want support range 1 to 3. Boom, tick. You want attacking area center. Tick. You want position game. Tick. That's it. The only downside, you might think defensive line is high, but you are conservative. So whatever your defensive line is, when you lose the ball, your defense not going to rush forward. But again, conservative could be a problem. You're going to be under a lot of pressure against aggressive managers. And this is a fictional manager for a fictional club. If you played Master League Season 1, you know, when the old boy shows up, you'll unlock this manager. Otherwise, it does not show up. Rest of the managers, I think we spoke enough. I mean, my throat is getting dried up right now. I don't think there's anybody good. So, that was the Round 16 Champions League manager hype. PESEP YouTube, it's out. Alright, back to Twitch. Now, let's go fucking play. Let's go play.